be badass. Subscribe, like, and share.
I asked this question the other day. Question: what is the main reason you decide to play the Crucible in Destiny 2? Reply below. 3 games for Pinnacle. Something to do in short bursts. 3 games for Pinnacle. Triumph's Quest. 3 games for Pinnacle. Pinnacle. Pinnacles. 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 Catalysts. Very few people, if any, said for fun. Or to win. Let's talk about the Crucible. I've been thinking a lot about the Crucible. Why? Well, because Destiny, as much as Destiny PvE is really good most of the time, Destiny 2 PvP has been notoriously bad for a very long time. A very long time. In fact, if I pull the chat up, chat, you're on the big screen. If I pull the chat up and I ask you guys a question, in your opinion, when was the last time the whole, not just one mode, not Rumble, not Elimination, not Trials, not Iron Banner, as a whole, when would you say is the last, let's say the golden age of Destiny PvP? When is the last time it was good in your opinion? Not just a good weapon, not just a good day. I'm talking about as a whole, it was good. You enjoyed it. Good experiences. Not saying you didn't rage, not saying you didn't have a bad time, not saying there wasn't metas. I'm just saying as a whole, you actually enjoyed being in here regularly. Not just one time, and I'm not talking about for the Pinnacles or the Powerfuls. I'm talking about as a whole, you thought it was good. My opinion is that was right around the time of Forsaken. At release and a couple months after that. I felt it started to go downhill and has never recovered since then. Pretend I am in a quick play match. Okay? Let's pretend for a second that I went, let's say this is Clash. Featured playlist. Not featured, the core playlist. It's been Control for the last 85 years. Let's just pretend this is Clash for a second, okay? Now, everybody says that they go in here to complete bounties, to get pinnacles. Nobody, a very small portion of the community is going in here to win. Am I wrong? Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. Compared to, let's say there's 1 million players in this mode right here. How many of those 1 million players in this mode are really trying to win? They don't care about bounties. They don't care about pinnacles. They just love shooting people and trying to do better. What percentage of the population in here do you think is doing that? I'd say a very small portion. Very small portion. To your point, to Twitter's point, to the comments point, everybody has said the only reason you go in here is for bounties, for quests, for pinnacles, for rewards. Your performance doesn't really matter, which is fine. That's not a bad thing. That's fine. Okay? There's a ton of quests and bounties that you have to do in Crucible. So, what if at the top of the screen right there, you see a 0 to 0? What if that went away? What if that went away? What if you come into the Crucible with your quests, your bounties, your characters, your loadout, and it didn't keep score as a whole? It was just a time limit. I know it sounds crazy. Think about it, though. I know it sounds crazy, but just think about it. Clash, playground mode. You come in here with your bounties, It keeps your personal score. At the end of the match, you're going to have a score just like a nightfall, just like a strike, just like a whatever. You get your bounty completion done. You get all that stuff done. You're on a team with other people, but you are no longer keeping score. It's just a time limit to see how much you can do in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. Just think about it for a second.
5 minutes left.
Okay? Think about it for a second. Matches in progress wouldn't matter. It don't fucking matter. Losses. You're not getting a loss anymore. You're not quitting out because you lost. You're not even trying to win. It's just your own personal performance that matters. Or your team. See, what's happening is you got this scoreboard at the top. Right? You got this scoreboard at the top of the game as a continual reminder that you're getting your ass kicked. And for me personally, I look and I see people not trying. I see people working on bounties, which is okay. It's completely okay. But the reality is, in Destiny, Crucible, regular, quick play Crucible, this mode is not full of people trying to win. It's just not. Even in Iron Banner tonight, there are people trying to win, but the reality is people are doing quests. People are doing bounties. That is the most important thing. Winning is secondary, and for some people, third, fourth, fifth down the list. I think if they had, you got trials, okay? Think about this as a whole. You got trials for the top tier PvP skill. You go in here to do the best and be the best, and the rewards revolve around that, okay? So then what are we doing over here? Are we actually trying to win? No, this is the playground, guys. This is where everybody comes to test out their weapons, to test out their abilities, to test out their builds, to test out their, to do their quests, to do their bounties, to get their pinnacles. Winning doesn't matter here, guys. One of my main sources of frustration is that I'm constantly paired with people who are not trying to win, going against a full team trying to win. It wouldn't matter anymore. Lobby balancing wouldn't matter anymore. Skill-based matchmaking wouldn't matter anymore. It's a playground. Hell, it could be 16-person Rumble. I'm sorry, not 16, 12. 12-person Rumble. But the score doesn't matter. Just think about it. Imagine it for a second. You go to any map. You join match in progress. You're not looking at, oh my God, we're losing. Think of when you play Crucible, how many times you're reminded that you're losing. And how frustrated you get that you're losing. And then you look at a teammate and they're just standing there checking bounties. And you look up at the score and you're like, oh my God, why are you AFK? It wouldn't matter. It would be all about your own personal performance. And at the end of the match, you look at the scoreboard and it's all about personal performance. How many kills you got? Your bounty progress still counts. And you're going to say, well, then you'd have people that are, like not actually trying. You already have that. You already have that, guys. I'm not saying that should be the case for Iron Banner. Iron Banner, they've got changes coming, like I said. They've got changes coming for Iron Banner. I actually think they should rotate the modes for Iron Banner. 1 week have it 6 vs 6. Another week have it 4 vs 4. Another week have it Rift. Another week have it Clash. Another week, every month, have it Gambit. I honestly think Gambit should be a mode in Iron Banner. Not all the time, but a rotation. But have this be a playground mode where everybody can go in and just work on. It's no different than you going on a patrol or you doing a strike or you doing a nightfall or something like that, right? But it's player versus player. It's a playground. And if you want to get sweaty and you want to be skillful, oh, gee, we have comp down here. Oh, gee, we have trials over here. What the fuck is this mode? What the? Shut up, Shax. What the hell is this mode right here? Why are we continually reminded that we're losing? Why do we break up the teams? Why do we treat this as if it's the sweaties versus the casuals? Why is skill-based matchmaking in here? Why is lobby balancing so messed up in here? If you had a playground mode right here, and then your skill people could go into comp, then they could go into trials, then over here, then this could be the playground.
Impressive, Guardian.
Look at this.
You have an instinct for battle.
Look at this. Match results. My own performance is all that matters. Imagine 11 other people in here. I got something even better, okay? So, chat, are you ready for part 2 of this? So, are you guys following me? You imagining this? You picturing this? Imagine that score, overall game score, wasn't kept in here and it was just a time limit. 15 minutes, do as good as you possibly can. Could either be every man for himself, or it could be 2 teams, and you just play your way, play however you want, but nobody loses here. It's only performance based. I don't know, kind of similar to a Strike or a Nightfall or all that kind of stuff. Your goal is just to complete the match. Okay? Now, imagine the maps were areas on the planets. So instead of flying to Bannerfall, instead of flying to Exodus Blue, it's like a giant public event. Except the enemies are the enemies. You come here, and it's a Crucible match. And all these people, you're completing your bounties, you're playing the game. But this area right here, there's not going to be any caves, there's not going to be any NPCs, there's not going to be any enemies, there's not going to be any Hive, any Fallen. But you're here on this map. I don't know, it's kind of similar to how it was with Combined Arms in Destiny 1. You're just here working on bounties, and there's PvP opponents everywhere. Right? There's no enemies, no ads, no computer enemies. But you're just in a Crucible match right now for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Halo calls it big team battle. They do keep score. Like a PvP zone in an MMO. Well, see, the Division calls it the Dark Zone. But they have NPC, or not NPC, I keep calling them NPCs. They have computer enemies mixed in. I don't think that would be good. I think you come into this area, and we're in a PvP match right now. And you got bounties, there's no score, you're just trying to complete your quests. And you're just in a Crucible match right now. This is literally the match. Like the Dark Zone. Yes, you're right. The maps are already here. You just wall them off, put dead zones. Look, I can't get over that wall. Just go around, and it's me and 11 other people in here. And we're like, you know, you could even have vehicles again if you wanted to. These guys are probably wondering why I'm shooting them. Right? Honestly, if you had this in the game, I 100% believe, I wholeheartedly believe, if you had this in the game, or a Crucible mode, a playground mode, where it did not keep score of the overall game score. It was just a playground, a sandbox, where it was just personal performance. There was no wins or losses. You just played. You just play. Kind of like pickup basketball where you don't keep score. You're just trying to get better. You're testing stuff out. It is literally a sandbox. And then, hey, when you want to win, when you want to lose, you come down here to comp. And hey, end game activity. Trials of Osiris over here. And once a month, a rotating Iron Banner. I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that would make the game 1,000 times better. My big hang up with this game right now is when I am forced to play Crucible, as are all of you. You have said over and over and over again, the only reason you go in here is for pinnacles and for bounties. Okay, then why are we making it such a bad experience for everybody? That's my point. My point is that this area, Quickplay, I'm not talking about Iron Banner, I'm not talking about Trials, I'm not talking about Comp. Quickplay, right here, these two modes are so painful for so many players that they honestly don't want to play anymore. So it's time for a change. And we're not going to take away bounties. I've said for a long time that bounties should not be a part of PvP because it puts people at odds with each other. Some people are playing for different reasons, and it's not performance, and it's not winning. So, okay, reverse that. Then why are we keeping track of performance? Why are we keeping track of who's winning and who's losing? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sandbox, anything goes. Right here. Test out your weapons, test out your builds. Nobody would care about metas in here. They'd be in here doing bounties. Some people would be goofing off. Some people will be having fun. But hey, if you're so concerned about skill, that's where this is. That's where this is. Right over here. And Iron Banner. You could do a solo queue to make sure everybody is playing and that nobody's teaming up if you really wanted to. I think that would be amazing. I think that is a multi-million-dollar idea. You're welcome. Free of charge. Take it. Take it. Name it the Badass Playlist. What do you think, chat? Give me your honest feedback. This game needs to get back, especially this area. This game needs to get back to its fun. And it's just not, because everybody is playing for different reasons, unlike other games. When you play other games, it's consistent. The games, the matches, they're consistent. Everybody's playing for the same reasons. There are very few reasons you play Apex. To have fun, to do good, to win. 3. Same thing with Call of Duty. Same thing with Halo. You unlock things along the way. And when you're not enjoying it anymore, guess what? You don't play. This is the only game I've ever played where when you're not enjoying it, you still play it. I, of all people, am living proof of that right there.